Welcome back, everybody. Motorsport Manager continues with the Ernie's Paradise Challenge. And we are at the Black Sea where we're looking to clinch the final full-length challenge in the game. 108-point lead. We just need to not have a disaster today, and there's nothing they can do to stop us. Working on the gearbox. We've got a short turnaround here. Let's see what we've got in our mail. The Evening Herald. Brakes are holding the team back. Sure, I need to work on improving them. I don't, fine, lose our marketability. I don't really care at this point what the answers to those are. Okay. Gearbox. Almost there, but we've got to work on our improvement parts. So we want the front wing and the suspension mostly here. And those will actually get done before the race. We don't need any more reliability because we're still working on getting better gearbox parts. So I think we want to throw in the engine too. And that'll only get us halfway there. But there isn't that much to improve on these. These have a little bit more. So let's see what we can do there. And looks like we're going to have another sponsor. So I think this is the first one that we really want to max out. We've got plus 20, plus 20, plus 40. Yep, I think that's where we want to be. And 22 days, 1.3 million. That's going to be a pretty penny. But that thing maxes out at 1133. Which is significantly higher than this one. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. Don't need to work on any of these. We're going to keep going with the current plan. Well, Lana Kendrick is happy with us. 71 laps. Now it's a fast track. It's a slow or a quick track, short one I meant to say. But still, 71 laps. That's insane. Suspension is the key part. Soft, medium, and hard. Mechanics are happy about the factory. And Steinman expected to have a great race. I'd be amazed if Harry Chapman doesn't walk away with the top prize. Tommy Klein says Steinman's going to do wonder. And Saarinen says a podium finish is doable for Scuderia. So, I mean, they could crush us here. That is possible. They could crush us and extend the season. Let's take a look at our sponsors. The two that we already have are for 2nd or above and 13th. We're looking for that middle offer that we like to pick. 5th or above, 6th or above, 9th or above. I'm going to go with the middle one here, 6th or above. Get the upfront payment to keep us looking good. And let's see what we've got here. Definitely want the upfront one with only a couple races left in the year. That puts our financial situation back in order. And let's do our little comparison here. We are 5th overall still. The engine remains 8th. We have gradually built it up. I think it was about here at one point. Gearbox is currently 6th. We're working on improving that. The brakes are bad. They're down to 7th. No denying that, but we do have the best front wing. Our suspension is 6th. And all the way down to 9th now on those rear wings, despite the work we did on them. Okay. So, they're liking Steinman because of the suspension. But we're better at the low speed corners, the other crucial part, and they're down in 5th. So, which is going to be, they're about here. Their car isn't that much better than ours on this track. It's better, but it's not that much better. Mostly better because of their engine. Okay. Regardless, let's see how we do with this. 15 degrees. That's probably going to be softs. On the other hand, we may want to go with mediums or hards with that many laps. We'll see. Want to stay open to everything. And they're picking us 7th and 9th, which is about as good as we've been lately. Let's take a look at our parts. And only 2 crucial parts, so we're going to be at 450 even for the second car. And 720 for Sharps. Sharp at a 5, Piaget at a 6, Surkov at a 9, but not going to be going out for this. Let's definitely switch up those tires. Switch to softs. Boost the downforce a bit. A lot more understeer here, something like that. Maybe a bit more acceleration. I like the look of that. A lot more downforce for Camille. Go all the way up to 7 just to get her barely inside the range. Let's go to 7.3 maybe. Go 7.4. Something like that. We want to go more speed here, probably about there. Okay. So definitely some disagreement between the drivers on what the best setup is. As always, Sharp gets the first out honors. "18 degrees, looking dry," which is pretty good weather for softs. You can see, we normally do this full loop. This is a very shortened track, but still, 71 laps. I've never done this version without the outside loop on the Black Sea. So I'm used to this one coming up through there. Wouldn't surprise me if we saw some times under a minute. That also means we should have no problem maxing out all of our tires for the race. Already level 1 race trim. Yeah, less than 56 seconds for Sharp. And, you know, we're going to get better, so. Wexler going faster. So we'll finish this track in about an hour for the race, even though it's so many laps. Now, Sharp looking real competitive here, but you got to remember, everybody up there, they're on hard tires. That's going to slow them down quite a bit. And everybody's going to have to push the tires on this race because of the temperature. No problem. So a weird track in that it's not super fast like Milan or Phoenix, but at the same time it still is very short time. In terms of distance, definitely the shortest track I've seen. This variation of it. So, wants a lot more downforce, everything else looking pretty good. Go with 8.2. Now that probably means more speed. And more understeer. Let's try something like that. And just do a quick start and stop on those softs. Meanwhile, Piaget will switch to mediums. Let's see what you think. 88% is much better. But still not quite there. See if I pushed you to 8.6. That looks about right. I'd dial it back a bit to 8.4 just for variety. 8.5. And speed balance, probably want to go high again. And let's try a bit more understeer. See how that works. Long changes, but there's really no concern here with how much time is left, how short this track is. We're going to nail this. So Sharp's just going to go out and come back in. Going to hit that race trim and that level 3 soft. And the handling got worse. But we're still much better overall. Switch to mediums. We want to keep the speed balance right where it is. The handling went from good to poor, so we want oversteer. And we want to switch that a little bit. Let's try 8.5. See how that goes. Something like that, and then knock that back into place. That should be reasonably close. Switch medium tires. And let's get back out there. Doesn't like the speed balance. So let's change that up. Sharp is pretty happy. And we did nail the downforce, keeping us at 88%. We got to dial in the others now. So again, we want more oversteer. And we're looking for more acceleration also, something up around here. Let's try that and then we'll tweak it more. And we are not quite to level 2. Let's go ahead and stay out on the same thing. I think we're going around another lap. Both cars. Then we'll switch to the hards. Might have gotten away with bringing one of them in earlier, but I don't think so. Oh, Sharp's already in. Let's take a look. 98%. Really close. We just want to fix up the downforce, which went from very poor to great at 8.2, great at 8.5. So let's run it up even further and see what happens there. We got to find out where that upper limit is. And hard tires. But at the very least, we've got a 98. Switch to hards here as well. We've got a 97. See, this was great. Good. Also great. So I think we want to do just a little more understeer. Like there. I think I'm going to let both drivers get a couple laps and come in for one final change. Both drivers liking it. We'll wait till we get past the line here. And you come in. Let's take a look at Sharp. Well, Sharp is feeling great about it. 99. We're changing nothing. I'm going back out. And another 99. Well, 100 would of course be better, but other than that we can't complain. Let's just zoom through the rest of this. Minute and a half to go. We hit our hard level 3 trim, and there's nothing else for us to gain from this. Sharp well back of the leaders, but up to 9th. And then 7th with that last lap. On hard tires, nonetheless. So, it's time to find out whether they are really going to dominate us, as Steinman 1st and 4th, Scuderia 2nd and 3rd, looking to be the class of the field once again. No comments about us. Of course, Chapman beating Wexler in practice was the main story, and the always classic Thornton sucks more than a vacuum cleaner. Partly cloudy, partly sunny for race day. Clinching day for Panther, if we can avoid getting dominated. Let's take a look at our weather. Yep, 15 to 16. Dry, that would indicate softs. Let's take a look at what kind of distance we're going to get out of these compared to our 71 laps, and we're going to have to push them. So yeah, we're not going to get much distance out of them. 28, 33. Even at that, we're looking at 3 stops, or 3 stints, 2 stops. If we did 2 on hards, maybe we could start on mediums and then do a couple hards, because again, with how much we're going to have to push them to maintain temperature. I'd like to start on softs and go to a couple hards, but I just don't. That'd be really close in terms of getting through. Really close. So I'm going to try to start on mediums, hope we can move up enough through the pack. Do it that way. Okay. And of course our fuel options, we're going to drop down to 50. So what are we going to go with here? Definitely pushing it to the limit. And Surikov, well, we're going to spend a lot of time on hard tires this race, I think. So we'll go with that. And if we can back off the tires early, we will. Soft tires, everybody at the front. Then mediums towards the middle, some of them. Starting to go hards towards the end, but we're going to be on medium. So if we can move up past these hard drivers, then we'll be fine with it. Now Chapman at a 6 and on worn tires. Holtz a 5 on worn tires. And Saarinen, well, we don't care about anybody else. We've got a 9 for Surikov and a 6 for Sharp. So all of that bodes well for us. Let's ride along with Surikov. Bit of a slow start, decent for Sharp. And Sharp is alongside Chapman. There was. Both of our drivers fighting with Chapman and just behind Holtz. Given that we're starting on better tires than they are, both for speed and, at the moment, durability, we really need to be ahead of them. Sharp bolting up through the field. Up to 10th after one lap. Wow. Looking for more too. Surikov in 12th. We're doing pretty well early. And Sharp now becoming the fastest car on medium tires in the field. And we're going to back off to neutral here. Going to try to hold whatever we can. 5th and 12th, now 10th, whatever. But I don't want to burn out the tires. I am gonna have to go push though to maintain temp. So why don't I go back up to that for now? Look at Sharp rolling through things. Now up to 3rd. Well, it was 3rd. Now 4th. Looking for 3rd place. Gets by Moreno. 2 seconds off the lead. Surikov 3 seconds off the lead, and only DeGraaf ahead there. And now not even that. Surikov now up to 6th. 8.4 and 5.4 for Sharp. But still doing well and up into 2nd now. You can see though, even at push, we're barely improving the tire temp. We just got to flat out destroy the tires on the higher ones. And I don't know if we get by this in 2 stints as it is. Maybe we go with, or 3 stints. Maybe we go with 3 stops in a 4-stint race. A couple mediums and a couple softs, even though that doesn't fit with what I put the knowledge into. 2nd and 5th. I mean, our tire temp is going up slightly, but we got plenty of time to drop it down. And there's Sharp taking the lead. Maybe losing it. And then taking it back from Blanc. Very nice. Surikov looking for 3rd place. Chapman is in 9th. Holtz 13th. So they're getting some points. But right now, unless they do something better than us in the strategy, I like our chances. Surikov up to 3rd, while Sharp is pulling away. And Sharp might as well try to make these last as long as she can. Going to drop back to neutral. Surikov, I want to get that 2nd place position before we do that. I want to get by Blanc. There we go. Seem to have faked him out pretty well. We're on the inside track. see if Surikov can pull away here at all. Full second lead. Now let's switch back to neutral. Unless that gap starts closing on us, we're just going to chill out. And Moreno has crashed. Safety car out. Our car is down to 64%. Our tires, rather. Do we want to pit? Some of these others are going to go in. I think we want to pit, since we're not going to gain any distance from this. If we pit and bring out another set of mediums, and then switch to hards later, I think this is our chance to go with a 3-stop strategy. I don't know if this is the right move, but it's what I'm going to go with. Make sure I'm got the right tires there. Yep. Let's go to low, of course, on our gas. And that's unfortunate because we just taken over command of the race. But we'll either have much fresher tires than the others on the restart, or they will have issues. Yeah, lots of cars. Let's go with conserve here. Drop the temp some. Lots of cars coming in. Sharp out in 3rd. Surikov 9th. Chapman goes in for softs. Holtz goes in for softs. So they're going to go for speed to get to the front. And it's probably going to work. But we're now in the position of longevity. No sign of any rain. Let's just speed this up. Alright, now we're going to start jostling for position. And it's time to go all out for a couple more laps. And I'm not sure what that's going to do to our fuel long term, but we did run on low for a bit, so that'll help. Let's see what Sharp can do. Can you burst up to the lead right away? Well, look at Blanc going in at the right when we go back full speed. How stupid. Sharp looking to get ahead of Lundqvist. Oh, didn't quite carry that on the outside, but now we've got it. Okay, now let's switch back to medium and push. See if we can get away with that. Surikov up to 5th. Now 4th. Try to carry another lap of top speed here. See how that works. .9 on the form. Sharp's form is not very good right now. But Surikov is doing just fine. And there's another pit right after there's Lundqvist. Okay, we're going to go to medium and push here. And that is just craziness. So we end up really in the same position. We're trying to extend out as far as we can and then go with hard tires later in the race. Oh, and Surikov takes a wide turn, losing significant time. And now Chapman is right behind, so... You know what, I think I want to stay right where I am. Push and neutral. See if we can stay ahead of Chapman there. That's unfortunate. Where is Holtz? So Holtz is up in 4th. So at the moment, we're still the race leaders. 6-second lead now for Sharp, who's just basically blowing everybody away. Switch back to neutral. Surikov looking for a way to get by as Chapman comes up behind. Oh boy, that blockade up there of Oliveira and Schmidt. There we go. By 1. Look at Chapman. Like, Chapman's not waiting around, but now Chapman's behind them and Surikov is by. So that's very nice. Holtz up to 3rd. And both of the top teams gaining in positions. Surikov looking for a way around Wexler on the hard tires. Wexler moves in to cut him off, tries to go high side, and might have it here. Yep. Now we'll see if we can get Holtz, as those soft tires wearing quickly. Much to our advantage at this point. Let's push a little more. That's quite all right. Right there behind Holtz and DeGraff. There we go. At least for the moment. Right there in between them. Coming around into the straightaway. Looks like we got Holtz. We just need to make this pass, and then we could switch back to neutral. That would be perfect. Oh, nope, nope, nope. No, that's not what we wanted. Gonna give it another shot. Very nice job through that turn as Holtz tries to get by. There we go. Now I'm going to see if we can hold it because our tires are down enough. I need to try. See if we can hold on to this. Just going neutral. Holtz back up to 3rd. Chapman still in 8th. But Holtz is going to start slowing with those tires. Very good. And look at Sharp, 15 seconds ahead. That's not an impregnable lead, but it's a darn good one. You see the tire temp just going up. Not going up by that much. We brought these tires out on like lap 11 and they're already mostly used 11 laps later. I mean, I'm not at all convinced that 2 stints of hard is even enough. But I do know I want to switch to hards when I get the chance. So we're looking here about a third of the way through the race. Wexler and Holtz battling. And both of them are going to have to pit pretty soon. There's Chapman up to 6th, now 5th. As Steinman and Scuderia basically battling there. Wexler, Holtz, Chapman, and Saarinen. But they're all battling behind us. Let's go and drop back to neutral some more with Sharp. Very similar tire wear, surprisingly, given the fact that, Surkov was going harder for a while. We will want to switch to hybrid here soon. You can see Sharp already has lapped, Moreno's out of the race, has lapped Blanc. So just running away with it here. And now, yeah, they're pitting. Nobody within 20 seconds of Zoe Sharp. Surikov down to 7.1. Sharp only 3.8. So we're not driving as well as we were earlier in the race. I think it's time to switch to hybrid. It's only at like 90%, but our tires are getting pretty close. And probably this lap and one more. So I'm thinking right now we can make it on 2 hard stints. Probably. That's at least what I'm going to try to do. But I got to go up to push with Sharp. Not quite there yet with Surikov. You know what? I'm going to try to lake out one more lap. Not sure if it's completely wise. Switch into hard tires. Which will give Surikov a bonus. Both guys going into the sort of red zone right here at the end of the lap. We're pretty much going to want to be on push non-stop on these, I believe. So we've got to get 42. And Surikov dropping a spot with this pit stop. Sharp not doing that. Both are going to harvest. That's fine. But we've got to get... There's 29 laps we got. So we need to get 42 more out of these. We should be able to get all of that. They're rated at about 33 each. And we just need to get 21. But we're pushing them. So, we'll just see how that goes. It's 4% a lap. So we'll probably want to run some on conserve. Yeah, not quite 4% a lap. That's actually the fastest lap of the race for Sharp on hard tires. Wow. Saarinen coming into the pits, so Surikov will take over that spot. We're just trying to hang on to the lead against Holtz and Chapman. And they're going for softer tires. They're going for shorter, faster stints. Oh my goodness, Wexler crashes. That's a big one. Takes away a potential competitor for both teams. We're very slowly increasing there. So I'm okay with Sharp at the moment. Just backing off and going neutral. Not for long, just for a little bit. Surikov, I'd like to get a little more distance. It's only 3.5 seconds. Because I don't think I can push the whole way and make it on these tires. I've got to go conserve some. Might as well do it when I've got a big gap. So I want Surikov to just push until Holtz and Chapman go into the pits. Just let them burn themselves out. And, you know, he's losing time. So it was 3.5, now it's down to about 3. It's going up and down, but more losing than anything else. And there's Holtz with the fastest lap of the race, right behind. So we definitely want to keep going and try to maintain everything we can do. Okay, halfway through the race, but you're fine. Now up to a 4-second gap. Yeah, and Holtz and Chapman not that far from having to go in. So pretty soon I should be able to back off with Surikov. And I think that's enough. We'll go neutral. Just chill out for a while. We're going to go hybrid with Sharp. Not quite time to do it yet with Surikov. Let's try to sync up their energy here. That ought to about do it. And Sharp once again putting a bunch of cars, some of whom just pit, a lap down. Currently there are only 12 cars on the lead lap. And right now Steinman is badly losing the strategy battle and the race. He says as the race sprinklers come out. Okay, we're going to want to go on inters in a few laps. Push. Push. And actually, I want to go full attack with Sharp. Because that tire temp is so low, let's just use it. Use up all that extra stuff. Switch to harvest. And Sharp with the new fastest lap, taking that title back. Under 56 seconds. And Steinman, now Holtz has gone in for inters. And so has Chapman. They went in for those a little bit early. They didn't have much choice. Nope, not yet. We are going to wait until it's a little bit more of an optimal time. Let's go attack with Surikov as well. So this is going to be our third pit stop, with still almost 30 laps to go. And let's see. I want to go around one more time with Sharp. We'll switch to inters, which is going to give us about 20 laps, and that's not enough to finish. So we're going to be looking at 2 sets, 2 more trips. It's going to be 4-stop race, which is unreal. Surikov. Well, I don't think I can make the pit row now, even if I wanted to, so Surikov will come in next time around. Yeah, that might be the best timing for it anyway. We'll switch to neutral, at least for the moment. No problems on the pit stop so far. And that's still the case. Surikov drops to 3rd. But Saarinen is out there ahead on dry tires, so that's a non-issue. Chapman behind us is the only issue. So if we lose 5% a lap, yeah, it's the temperature's dropping. You know what? We need to get by here. Push. Saarinen's still pretty close back there, so let's keep on pushing. We're probably going to pretty much need to use these up in order to get through this race, because it's going to get drier towards the end, but not till the very end. So we're going to want to stay on inters for the next set. Oliveira caught cutting a corner. And back to hybrids. "23-second lead for Sharp. 9 cars on the lead lap. Unreal. 8 cars. 7. Just blowing everybody away at the moment. And Chapman still a threat to Surikov, very much so. Holt's there in fourth. But we've got a good lead on him, and I literally ran into, like I partially went inside the 12th car of Oliveira there. That was weird. And if you'd get by Surikov, if you'd be so kind to just get by the car in front of you with the blue flag. Well, they can go into the pit then. That works too. Let's go down to neutral now. We're getting tire temp pretty high. Let's see if we can get away with it. Switch into harvest again. Meanwhile, Sharp needs to push at the other end of things. I think I want to get to something around lap 59, at least 58. Temperature staying the same. Holt's going in now. And that's 6 cars left on the lead lap. Chapman is catching us, but can't have that much left before coming into pit. I really think I need Surikov to stay neutral here. Take the long-term strategy. Even if Chapman were to pass us, it wouldn't be for long. We've only got a few laps to drop down that tire temp before we come in. Although, I think we... 4 laps. Nope, I don't think I can afford to push a lot. I can afford to push maybe for a lap or two. We go for... Iker Vidal crashes. Just drop this down as much as we can, because that's the other thing about this. Is we don't want to take the risk of crashing ourselves. "15 laps to go." Yeah, I think I want to come in on 59. Which is now 2 laps away for Sharp. Nothing below 20. You're good. Let's go hybrid for this last bit. Make sure we don't overrun on the energy. going to run these tires down real low. Particularly here. Matter of fact, let's go conserve with Surikov. It's probably just as good. Both cars coming in at 22. So it's really a lap late on the tires, except we really needed it to stretch out the rest of this race. And there goes Chapman. But I think what's going to happen here is I think that Chapman will start by pushing here. I think Chapman is going to have to come in again, and we're not. So I think that extra stop is going to get us back up there. And even if it doesn't, we're still winning the race right now. You can see 8-second gap and growing. We're just trying to stay ahead of Saarinen, although we don't really need to do that. Go and go neutral and be safe. I think we just want to be solid and safe now the rest of the race. Final 10 laps. Chapman is charging on sharp, but there is a very, very long way to go there. Ooh, let's go harvest, and we did it a little bit late. Yep. So we may have to switch to low here, or I meant to say hybrid, but we may have to switch to low speed. If I have to do that, I don't want to do it until later. If I can avoid it, that is. Boy, with how much time is left, no, let's switch to it now. Sharp at 0.67, 0.68 going into this lap, which is 8 to go. Don't tell me we're going to run out. I don't think we will. No, we're going to have plenty. So it's just a case of when we use it. Switch back up to medium, both drivers for now. Let's see how much Surikov uses on mediums. 0.76 with 7 laps to go. So can we get around to using about 0.1? Probably not. We'll see. Saarinen can have the fastest lap. I'm not concerned about that. Should be fine. Yeah, I think we're going to have just enough now to finish. Just enough fuel. You're going to have to watch that as we come in. Now we're like 12 seconds behind Chapman. 35% on the tires and has got to get through a few more laps. I don't see that happening. Maybe it could. Maybe it takes it into the red teens. But, you know, worst case scenario, we get first and third. 4 laps to go. And probably not quite enough there. Let's go low and push. Surikov should have enough. Tire temp is high enough that we can leave that for now. And Holtz has slipped to 5th for the moment. So if that holds, yep. Cannot imagine a scenario unless Sharp were to run out of fuel and not finish the race or something that would keep us from clinching here. Both drivers with more than enough hybrid energy. There we go, 2 laps to go. Should be able to get away with going medium now. And let's push for a bit here. Going to be really close for Surikov. But I want to keep it going just because of Chapman. Looks like Sharp is going to have enough. Sharp's going to come around and finish here on this final lap. And let's see about Surikov. And Chapman is not coming in. Chapman's going to finish on tires in the low teens. Okay. Switch to low. Switch to neutral. Just limp across that line. .02 laps of fuel left. Oh well. Well, good job, Chapman. But you can't ruin the day, which belongs to Zoe Sharp and Panther, who have clinched. So we did have the drive-through penalty that Oliveira observed. Holtz ended up with the fastest lap. That helps Steinman a bit, but not nearly enough. And yeah, 1 hour and 11 minutes. That's a long race. Sharp continues in first. Surikov is now even with Wexler. And 118 points with only 86 left to earn. The final 2 races will be academic. We are the coolest, silky smooth today. And Zoe Sharp has a neck problem. I don't even care. It's over. You can finish last. Doesn't matter. She's done her job for the year in getting us the title. So the final 2 races will be done in montage format. But that's going to bring us to Doha and then to Cape Town to finish it up. And that'll be coming up next time, but this championship will conclude and we'll have just 2 more challenges remaining. Thanks for watching. The Ernie's Paradise Challenge will conclude next time up.